Hello everybody and welcome to the announcement show for the 2025 Pangolin Photo Challenge. I'm your host, Toby. Thank you very much for joining me. In this episode, I'm going to reveal and recap on the winners of the previous 5 challenges. I'm going to announce the winning image of the Best of 2025 challenge and finally perform the lucky draw to see whose image has won them a safari with us in Botswana. We have a lot to get through today, so let's get started. First up, I want to thank everybody who entered the Pangolin Photo Challenge. For those of you who don't know, the cost of entry for the challenge was to make a donation of any amount to our non-profit Pangolin.Africa, which is dedicated to the preservation and protection of all 4 African pangolin species. The aim was to raise enough money to buy 2 pangolin rescue vehicles for deployment in South Africa, and I am delighted to say we achieved our goal. The total amount donated was close to 850,000 Rand, which is approximately 50,000 US dollars, 40,000 pounds, or 43,000 euros. So thank you so much to everybody who donated. You have no idea how much this means to us. We've already delivered the first pangolin rescue vehicle to Michelle van die Kerk from the Kalahari Wildlife Project, and I've made a video about this handover, which I'll leave a link in the description below for you to watch. We're in the process of purchasing the second vehicle, and we hope to deploy it this month. Guts and I are incredibly grateful for the community for stepping up like this, and we will be raising more money this year for the 2026 Photo Challenge, which will be going towards our pangolin education initiatives across the pangolin range states. Okay, let's chat about the winners, shall we? In case you missed it, we have already revealed the winners of the first 5 Pangolin Photo Challenges, so let's recap those, shall we? Each winner of each of these Pangolin Photo Challenges has won themselves a 6-night all-inclusive stay at the Pangolin Chobe Hotel or a $2,000 voucher to put towards any pangolin photo safari on our website. So the winner of the Birds of the World challenge was Arkadiusz Dobrowolski from Poland with his image entitled Black Tern. This is an amazing image. Look at that background, look at the separation. This is the kind of photograph you get in green season. It is extraordinary, lovely, buttery, the moment. The fact that the worm or whatever it's bringing is just touching the chick's bill is amazing. Congratulations, Arkadiusz. I think it's a really, really stunning image, well captured, and you are coming on a 6-day safari with us at the Pangolin Chobe Hotel. Congratulations. Next up, we have the winner of the Out of Africa Challenge. Now, obviously, all of these images must have been taken out of Africa, i.e. not on the African continent. Somebody did ask me, I said, does this mean that it has to be taken out of Africa? Like it was taken in Africa and then taken out? No, taken outside of Africa. So the winner of this was a beautiful ethereal image, which is Janet Gustin, and it's called Near and Far. This, I think this is an absolutely stunning image. The composition is amazing, having the big dominant bear, you know, to the right of the image, which adds a little bit of tension. Had there not been the other bear on the left, it would have been quite a strange image. But the fact that it's balanced and the tiny silhouette of the other bear on the left-hand side in a similar pose as well, with separation of its front legs, I think it's a really, really beautiful image. This was a really tough round to judge, really difficult. But I think its simplicity, I love the grey of the mud against the grey of the sky. The bears really pop. I think it's an amazing image. So Janet, congratulations. You also win a 6-night stay at the Pangolin Chobe Hotel. On to Mammal Behaviour. And the winner here is Jens Kuhlmann with an image called Anybody Home? Wow, this poor tortoise. I think I'm quite glad it was a young lion playing around the place, but it's an amazing, amazing image. So congratulations, Jens. I've seen a similar image which was taken by Lance van der Veefer, who's appearing on the Pangolin podcast, and he had a photograph of a big lion holding onto a pangolin. But this is really cool, and I love the fact that you can really see the armored forelegs of the tortoise. Really makes it totally impregnable. I don't know the story behind it. I can actually read it. There's I'm delighted to report, though, that the tortoise survived. The lions got a bit bored and wandered off into the bushes. So well done, the tortoise. Its shell did its job. Then we move on to water as an element, the round where water has to play a part in the image and the composition. And this is a great image. It's called The Bounty by Brian Kelly from the USA. What a cool moment. We've all seen bear photograph shots with bears standing in the falls, bears fishing, standing knee deep. But to see a bear pouncing straight into the water and watching the fish scatter, amazing composition, really good technical ability. I think it's a fantastic shot. Nice shutter speed, froze the action. We've got the splashes on the right. And I really like the composition as well, where the bear is not in the middle of the photograph. Has left a lot of room for all of these bright red. I believe they sockeye salmon. Let me know in the comments. I think they are. Giving them lots of room to scatter as well, which really tells the story. So congratulations, Brian. We'll see you in the Chobe. And then finally, we move on to the monochrome photograph, which has been won by Angela J. Sanchez with her image Lion Kings. What a majestic image. This is really beautiful, really well captured, amazing composition. You could have zoomed in, you didn't. You allowed for the entire side of the copy to be shown. I love the framing where the two lions are both looking in the same direction, but they are framed within that little patch of light. And then the rest is filled with the grey skies as well, which has this slightly ominous feeling, and it mirrors the ruggedness of the copy. This again was a really difficult round. There were fractions of points between the top images. So congratulations to everybody who has won each of those 5 challenges. If you go onto our website, there is a link underneath the Pangolin Photo Challenge. You can go and see all of the top 10 images by all of the photographers in each of the challenges. We've also put in their descriptions. We've got their settings as well. And you can make comments down below. So feel free to do that. So there we go. Those are the winners of the first 5 challenges. Right, let's get on with announcing the rest, shall we? So now it's time for us to reveal the winner of the Best of 2025 Pangolin Photo Challenge, as well as all the images that were highly commended in this round. As is tradition, I normally present this with Guts, and this year is slightly more challenging as he is currently traveling. I did manage to track him down, however. In between 2 safaris, he's currently leading with Janine. And as if by magic, here he is. There we go, Guts. Would you like telling everybody where you are in the world?
Well, Toby, I'm just about as far from you as I can be. I'm on the other side of the world, on the southern tip of South America at Punta Arenas. We just finished a fantastic puma tracking tour, and I've said goodbye to our guests today, and the new one's arriving tomorrow. So excited for another trip. So there's a quick stay for some laundry and catch up on a bit of a coffee and some restaurant food.
Well, it's a coffee and restaurant food, and also the opportunity to make someone's wildlife photography holiday dreams come true. 2 people, in fact. As I said, we're going to be announcing the Best of 2025 winner and also the winner of the lucky draw. Now, both of these people are going to win a place for 2 people on the Best of Chobe Photo Safari, which is our most popular photo safari.
Nice.
It involves 3 nights on the Pangolin Voyager houseboat, 3 nights at the Pangolin Chobe Hotel, all in the company of one of the Pangolin photo hosts who is there to maybe share a few extra tips that you might not, well, you might be a very accomplished photographer. If you're going to win this, you probably are. But anyway, they will be on hand to help you. And if you bring a non-photographer with you, we will even supply them with a Canon R6 Mark II and a 100-500mm lens, which you can use free of charge during the whole safari. So there we go. That's nice. The prize that's up for grabs. So, Guts, you've just seen you and I've just shared the images with you. You haven't seen them yet.
Just had a look at this.
What do you think? What do you think about the quality?
Well, Toby, honestly, the quality we've seen on this year's competition is just mind-blowing. It's wonderful that in today's times that it's not just the professionals that can get this kind of shots. Every guy out there with today's technology and today's cameras can get some unbelievable images. And what we've seen in this competition is just mind-blowing, beautifully stunning stuff out there.
It is amazing. The judges have all been mailing me going, come on, this is just too hard. This is really hard. We had over 5,000 images were submitted.
5,000.
5,000. So each category got about, almost 1,000 images. Some categories are more popular than others. But if any of you watching this made it into any of the finalist videos that we sent out, that on its own is a massive achievement. It really is.
Absolutely. Definitely. No, fantastic images out there. And I feel so sorry for all the judges. Luckily, there was lots of judges, because to be able to choose one, it's almost impossible.
Really, really difficult. And let's not forget, Guts, I told everybody earlier on before you joined the call, we raised 850,000 Rand in this competition. So we've delivered the vehicle to Michelle. We're buying a second vehicle. How do you feel about that?
Isn't that just such a unique and special place to be in, and something to be involved with? I could see the smile on Michelle's face when she received that vehicle. Finally, she's not going to get stuck anymore. And now she's going to have a reliable vehicle to assist with all the pangolin recoveries and get the guys to a rehabilitation center. It's wonderful. It's just so special, and it's so grateful for all our guests and all our photographers out there that made this possible by donating all this money. It's what a beautiful thing.
It's an extraordinary thing. We're very proud. And again, thank you everybody who entered. It really means a lot. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to tell you all about the 2026 photo challenge. So when we've announced this, don't go anywhere. Right, guys, come on. Let's get to the business end of the Pangolin Photo Challenge. Let's do this.
Keep up the tradition.
Okay. Keeping up the tradition in other parts of the world, in opposite ends of the world. That's what we're doing. Okay, so we are going to reveal the top 5 images from the best of 2025. We're going to build it down from 5 right the way up to the winner. As I said, Guts has just had a chance to have a look at these images, so these really are still his first impressions. Okay, Guts, let's start off with the image that came number 5. This is Ladybug and Rhino by Sophia Querson from South Africa.
I mean, the first moment I saw this image, I just said, yes, finally there's not just another big animal shot, a nice little insect on a beautiful textured rhino, which is a big animal, but at least the focus is on the ladybug. That texture in the background, the focus all around, just focus on the ladybug, and the fact that it's not right in the middle. Fantastic shot. This is one of those beautiful RT shots I would hang on my wall any day. Stunning.
I think it's absolutely stunning. And it was using a Canon EOS R8, so a sort of entry-level mirrorless camera. I wonder, do you think the animal eye tracking picked up on the ladybug?
I would be so impressed if it did. I think it's seen the whole ladybug as the eye, maybe.
Okay,
nice.
You're gonna well, there we go. Whatever works. Okay, let's go to the next image, number 4. This is Arboreal Leopard by Janice Hurley from USA. Tell us about this one.
So, when you open this image and you get that moody feeling of the misty background, and I'm so grateful that there's an animalscape image in the top 5. We tend to focus too much, zoom in too much, having this hard zooms into the animals, and having this specific image with you need to search for the animal. You need to get that, to look at the tree, and then finally you find the leopard there. And the misty background, fantastic. But I think the thing that makes this is this space between the leg and the tail, that's open. Gorgeous, gorgeous animalscape image. Love this. It's such a neutral, lovely print to have on the wall. Beautiful.
I think you're absolutely right. Had she zoomed in to the leopard, it would have made the background too messy as well. There wouldn't have been that separation that we have at the moment, which I think really makes this photograph.
Fantastic shot.
Very cool indeed. Okay, then.
Oh.
So now we are down to number 3, the bronze medal position. Unfortunately, no prize apart from beer and bragging rights. Okay, we have Orca Family by Angela J. Sanchez from the USA. We have an underwater photograph in the top 5.
Underwater photograph and black and white. And I'm getting goosebumps. Just the opportunity to see this fantastic animals coming all towards you. Underwater is very, very difficult to take a shot. It's the exposure is always difficult. The light disappears with high ISOs. I love this lovely streaks. Lovely, lovely image. And then that little fin sticking out of the water. Love it.
That's all. There's somebody sitting on the boat going, oh, look, I think that might be a killer whale. I'm blissfully unaware of what's going on underneath. It's really cool.
Very nice.
I think it's a really lovely image. I really like the fact that you can see all the faces of all the orcas. I think I'd love to see like the shots before and the shots after, because they're such, elegant, fast moving animals that
Yeah.
if you didn't see all 6 faces, I think it would be a very different photograph, wouldn't it?
Definitely. No, they're all facing you, and they've all got that beautiful white on the side. Yeah, and just the opportunity to see these animals in the wild, unbelievable. Beautiful.
That's super cool. Super cool. Right.
Nice.
Okay. In
Number 2.
second place, we have one of the coolest photographs I've ever seen, which is really interesting, called Buffet is Served by Jens Kuhlmann. Hang on. Jens, he won Mammal Behaviour.
He won Mammal
I
Behaviour.
just remembered he won the Mammal Behaviour. So Jens
Wow.
came bloody close to winning 2 safari.
2 safaris. Wow, this is such a unique image. We always look for zebras and lions and elephants and giraffes, and to have this bullfrog catching butterflies, and having it right from the front, a very, very narrow depth of field, just the bullfrog's face is in focus and the few butterflies in front of him. And I love the low angle. He must have been lying flat on the ground getting this kind of shot. Such a unique, unbelievably pretty image. Very, very special.
He was actually, there's a description of how he took it, and he was lying under his vehicle in the central Kalahari for about 5 to 7 hours per day.
Wow.
So well earned. Well done, Jens. Well earned.
Well earned. Work for this image.
Working for the image. When I first saw it, I thought it was like, I've never seen a mouth like this. I thought it was some sort of chameleon or something coming running at it, but it's just such a big gaping mouth. Amazing, isn't it?
Having the light inside the mouth. Such unique behavior. Stunning
Cool.
image.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to cut you off there. We're up to the biggie.
One.
We can talk about the front for ages, but I think that this is the perfect image that has won this competition. I think it's absolutely stunning. Okay, here is the winning image of the Best of 2025 category in the 2025 Pangolin Photo Challenge. It is Humanity by Caterina Donna from Italy. Wow, what a photo.
Wow. This is just, this is one of those images just speaks to you, isn't it? That focus just on the fingers and then the gorilla and the back soft. Wow, this is so emotional. Love this shot. We get this quite often, that you have to shoot in very dark environments, and this is typically one of those shots. I guess she had a very high ISO on this, Toby. Can you see on the settings there?
Massive, 25,600. So listen. So she was shooting with a Nikon Z8 for our American friends. For the rest of us, a Nikon Z8. And it's using a 180 to 600 millimeter lens, but it's the f5.6 6.3. So not a very good lens for low light situations. Shooting f5.6, hand holding at 6/40th of a second, and the ISO 25,600.
Wow. But what she's done great is she's got a low f-stop, so only the hand is in focus. Then she brings her speed up so that she can hand hold it, that it's not shaking. And to achieve that, you had to push up the ISO. And I'm sure with editing, she pulled the darks darker. And this is how you get this beautiful, beautiful shot, dark background. And then this focus on the hand. This is a stunning image. Well done.
It's a super cool image. So, Katerina, congratulations. You will be coming to us and enjoying a Best of Chobe photo safari with one of our photo hosts. You can bring a friend, bring a non-photographer, please. We love non-photographers. Bring a non-photographer, and then you and the photo host can teach them how to get these amazing photographs. Okay. Guts, I know you're pressed for time, so we need to move on to the really fun bit of the competition now, where we're going to do the lucky draw. Now, as I said before, we had 5,200. The lucky draw. We love the lucky draw. I've got my app, my £2.99 app, which has served me the best value app you can ever have.
Toby, let's be honest, you've got an app for everything. You love an app.
I do. I very rarely pay for an app, so this is even better. I've got a paid-for app for £2.99, which has served us so well. At least it's not a subscription. Right, so in here, I've loaded 5,210 is the total number of images. I'm going to press start. Guts is going to tell me to stop. Then I'm going to open up the Excel spreadsheet with all of the details of everybody on it, and we can go and have a look and see who has won. Okay, right, Guts? Pressing.
There we go.
It's even got sound. Listen.
Oh, go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me when to press.
And stop.
Whoa, big number. 3,141. I can see it's all backwards here, but there we go. So, Guts,
Wow.
tell us about your puma trip whilst I go and find this one. Okay.
Good. We spent the last week in the beautiful Patagonia tracking pumas. A bit of hard work. Our guests had to walk quite up and down hills and in the rain and in the snow and in the mud, but all worth it. We had a few puma sightings and several days of a bit better weather where we can have great light on them. And man, oh man, to walk with that cat in that environment with that beautiful backdrops, it was just such a unique experience. And we had some lucky guests, happy guests leaving with a whole bunch of puma shots in the bag. And today we're in Punta Arenas. We're going to walk over to cemetery, believe it or not, and get some shots of this beautiful cemetery. Punta Arenas is known for this massive cemetery they have. We've got nice moody weather today, so yeah, I think the cemetery shots will work well. Sorry, am I talking too much, Toby? Are you there?
Well, we're getting there. Hold on. 3,000. We're looking at the numbers on the left. 3,141. 3,141. There we go. Brian, he's got such a long name, I can't read it. Brian van den Heuvel. Is it South African or Dutch? Not entirely sure. With an image called Northern Royal Albatross from the Birds of the World category, our most popular category, I hasten to add.
Oh, nice.
Brian, you are coming on safari to one of the greatest birding photography destinations in the world, the Chobe National Park. So you and a friend are coming along. So congratulations,
Nice.
Brian. You have won yourself a safari just by entering. So
Just
there
by
we go.
entering. Congratulations, Brian. Well done.
That is a very good return on your investment. And again, thank you very much to everybody who entered. Now, I'm going to let you go, Guts, because you've got to go downstairs in the hotel, go and find yourself some clients, and then go and find yourself some pumas. I'll see you when I see you somewhere in the world. And stick around, everybody, because I'm going to give you some information about the 2026 Pangolin Photo Challenge. Cheers, mates.
Nice. Thank you very much, Toby. Goodbye, guys. Congratulations, everyone. I will.
Only pangolin would take you to a cemetery to warm up your photography. There you go.
Nice one. Thank you, Toby.
Bye.
Congratulations, everyone. Bye-bye.
Isn't modern technology wonderful? I am delighted I managed to find a gap in his schedule that we could present that together. Very special indeed. Right, let's chat about the 2026 Pangolin Photo Challenge, shall we? The 2026 Pangolin Photo Challenge will open for submissions in November. If you'd like to be notified when the photo challenge opens for submissions, please head over to our website. There is a link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code on your screen now and sign up to the world famous Friday Focus newsletter, which will keep you up to date. As I mentioned earlier, we will be opening the challenge for submissions towards the end of the year, but we haven't decided which challenges will be featured. Obviously, favourites like Birds of the World and the Best of 26 will be there, but we want to hear from you in the comments down below. Which other challenges would you like to see? Did you enjoy the Out of Africa challenge, for example? Should we have a challenge that celebrates the small stuff again, as we have done previously? Please share your suggestions in the comments down below. And while you're there, seeing as you've made it this far, please make sure to like and subscribe to this video so that YouTube will share it more widely. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. It's been a real pleasure hosting this photo challenge, and I cannot wait to see what you all produce next year. Thanks again from Guts and I, and goodbye.